What's up guys, my name's Nick and this is Full Throttle Cars. In today's video, my TL has been draining the battery very soon, much quicker than it should. Like within a couple days the battery will be dead. So I believe the problem is the hands-free link, the Bluetooth module up here. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to unplug it. Basically all you have to do is unplug it and that should fix the problem, if that is the problem with draining your battery. So one reason I think that it could be the Bluetooth module is because my battery is not a very old battery, and also after I've turned off the car, after a little while I came in here and checked, and the Bluetooth module, which is right underneath the rear view mirror in there, was actually warm. So the way I interpret that is that it had actually been running or trying to run, and then it would drain the battery while the car wasn't running. So we're just going to jump right into it and I will show you how to unplug it. Alright guys, so the first thing you've got to do, I already actually did it because it was a little hard. I just wanted to make sure I could do it off camera. But this is going to be up in here obviously, and this is going to be in here as well. So if you want to take a look here, I found it was much easier to pop this off first. I just stuck a screwdriver in the top and popped this out. Then from here, I was able to, once I got that out, because this was too thin. If you're trying to use a flathead screwdriver, if you have a slimmer end on something to get in there, you probably can do it without taking this out. But I had to reach in with my fingers and pop this down, and then like jam the screwdriver in there to help it. But I did get this down there, and this just slides out. You do kind of have to be a little bit careful though, because you don't want anything to break obviously. But I did get this down, and then we are now going to have to, if you look up in here, you see a bunch of different cords and stuff. We're probably going to have to pop this one off right here, so we can take this whole thing down, and then we have to loosen these 8mm bolts up here so we can get access to the Bluetooth module, which is this part here in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug this green guy back here. I know you can't see that, but I unplugged that. And actually this is probably far enough out of the way. Now we're going to take the 8mm here and just, oops, wrong way, loosen these 4 bolts up, and once I get these 4 bolts off, I will get back to you. Alright guys, so I've got my last bolt here. I'm not going to drag this out any longer than it needs to be. I just ended up, you probably will have to use, I don't know, a ratchet or something to break it loose, but then I was just putting the socket over and using my finger. It's much easier to do that once you get it down. And now this last bit, there goes the screw, but this now will come down, and actually I will go ahead and unplug this. I think that's just going to be easier in the long run. This one I believe goes to the light right here. So we have this whole centerpiece out as well as this. And now we can pop this down, and if you can see right in here, this is the Bluetooth module, the hands-free link. And this right here, I believe, is all we have to do. Holy cow, like, I'm just feeling this up here, right above where this is, and if you feel this, this guy is really warm, as well as the metal piece right up here. So I'm going to unplug this. There we go. Alright, now that that is unplugged, this guy, I don't know exactly what this guy up here goes to. I will look into that and get right back with you. Alright guys, so after looking it over, I determined that this, to be honest, I don't know exactly what it is, but it is not connected to the Bluetooth box. and the Bluetooth, the hands-free link box, you can feel is warm. It's actually cooling down now that we pulled the power, or actually this was the power here, that I pulled this out, and this side it was never warm and it's still not warm. So I believe that you can leave this guy in here. I don't know exactly what it is, but based on that I would guess that it could be an audio input, possibly right there, maybe linked to the Bluetooth box, but it is not the hands-free link system. This right here is what was drawing the power, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave that connected just in case it would happen to be something that I need connected. And we're just going to set this guy, you can just leave him right inside there when you put this back on. Kind of have to move it around the mirror here a little bit, but we should be able to get this back up and in once I get these screws back in. So once I have those screws back in, I will get back with you guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put these on here. I just put them on here finger tight because that's pretty tight already, and that's about how tight they were to begin with. So now you just have to put these back in. I'm actually going to wait and do this until I get this back up here and plugged in. This just went in on the side. This, I believe, is what powers the lights. So the lights will probably turn on. Yep. Awesome. Now we have this guy. We'll set this back up in here, and then this will hang down, and we'll just pop this back up into place carefully. And now we have the last piece right here. That just goes in like that. And upside down, there we go. That slides in. Maybe. There we go. And there we go. Alright guys, so I will check in with you guys again here within probably a week or a week and a half, and just let you know to make sure that I didn't need to unplug that white clamp that was up there that I decided to leave because the Bluetooth box was on this side and that other thing was on this side, and this was what was drawing all the heat and presumably the power. So this, I assumed, was not drawing any power because it was not warm. But again, if that happened to not be the case, or for some reason my car is still dying in about a week or so, I will definitely check back with you guys or put something in the comments below saying what I fixed, like if I had to undo the white clamp or whatever. But that is going to do it for the video. It is actually a pretty simple fix. All you really needed to do was pop this down, which did take a little bit. You just have to really not be too afraid to pull it down hard with some force, but also be careful at the same time so you don't break anything. Then there was just the 8mm bolts up top, and then you just unplug the link. And I did just leave the link up there, as you saw, the clamp, and it's just sitting up there. I don't really need to take out this Bluetooth box. There's no purpose for it. I'm not going to get a new one. I don't need that to drive the car. So that is going to do it for this video, and if you enjoyed, be sure to go down, drop a like, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.